My name is Arundhati Patel, or Aru Patel for short, and I'm 25 years old.
So what got you into Freelancer?
So I started freelance graphic design after I graduated from college. I went to Syracuse University in upstate New York, and then I transferred to the University of Leeds in the UK. So when I moved back to America, I was kind of in that period of time where I was figuring out what I want to do. So I thought I'd start small by freelancing.
So what do you think that being freelancer benefits you?
Uh, there are pros and cons, of course. So being a freelancer, you are your own boss, meaning you make your rules, you make your policies, you have to bill your clients, you have to be responsible for communicating with your clients. You also have to figure out taxes and all of that stuff. So the advantage is that I can pick and choose what clients I want to take, what I don't want to take. I can pick and choose when I don't want to do something for a period of time. But the difficulties are when you're a freelancer, you don't have backing. You don't have any sponsorship of any kind. And also you cannot charge as much as you could if you were in a firm because you don't have a name for yourself yet. So there are problems with that too. And also communicating can get quite exhausting depending on who your client is. So that's a learning experience.
What are some of the challenges that you face as a freelancer?
One of the biggest challenges is not getting paid. So I had one commission that I did, and it was supposed to be like a quick turnaround. They sent me a photo through Facebook, of all things, and it was just a very, very basic doodle of this emblem, and they wanted it to be rendered into like a professional quality logo of some sorts for a dance crew, and they needed it by the next day. And they reached out to me. I agreed, and I asked what would be the rates that you would like to offer. Sometimes for small projects like that, I assume that the client has a budget in mind, so I like to hear them out and then negotiate. For other things, I would provide a quote. And they were offering £25. This client was based in England. So I said, okay, just to confirm, this is 25 hourly, correct? And they said, yes, hourly. So I said, okay. So I started working on it, and each phase I sent a photo giving live updates and giving a time mark. So obviously I don't do it all in one sitting. I have to take breaks and things in between. But I show them the work, like this much has been done in 1 hour, this much has been done in 2 hours, just to give some transparency to the client of what direction it's going into and how I'm using their time. Also, when you have such a quick turnaround, they probably will have changes that they need, but there's no time for back and forth communication. So it's better to get feedback as you're working. So overall, the entire project took me about 5 hours, and they were happy with it, and I sent the invoice. Then the next day I got an email saying it's above their price markup, and then they were accusing me of overcharging them, but I only used the rates that they offered, which, by the way, £25 per hour is on the lower end for a freelance graphic designer. So anyone in the creative field, you can easily go from 40 up, depending on what project you're doing. But for a one-day turnaround, the rates tend